Hey, we're taking a break from the show to remind you that when you like, subscribe, and share this content, you're helping us build an audience for independent journalism. Thanks for streaming. Let's get back to the program.
Meanwhile, Matt, the dollar figures are in CD11. Who's leading? What does it mean, if anything?
Well, based on the amount of super PAC money being spent against one candidate, the person leading appears to be Tom Malinowski.
Yeah.
And I think in a race this abbreviated and this crowded, what Malinowski has that no one else in the race has is high name recognition. You know, I know Taisha Way was the lieutenant governor, but she wasn't lieutenant governor for that long. And let's be honest, like, that's not a super high name recognition job. So I think Malinowski has to be seen as the front runner here. I think Charlie had a good column about Mejia, who is really, you know, if there is a progressive lane, she's got Bernie Sanders, she's got Ras Baraka, she's got, you know, she's really, there is a lane there, but I think it's something this abbreviated. And also these are really a very suburbanite, you know, liberal kind of well-heeled district. It kind of seems made for Malinowski.
Yeah. Charlie, you did write about Ana Lilia Mejia this week. Can she pull an upset? It would be a pretty big upset, no?
I think she could be a factor. I don't think she can be. I doubt that she can be an upset. I don't think she seems to be still leaning heavily into the Bernie Sanders left wing type of voters, that appeal of hers. When I talked to her, she did try to calibrate her message to suggest that her anti-oligarch, corporate America and economic anxiety message had a broader reach. But ultimately, I just don't think there's enough of those type of voters for her to catapult into
Is Baraka a good example of that?
Yeah, I do. I think Baraka did better than most of us expected. But in this kind of complicated race with a heavy tilt in Morris County, I think Matt is right. I think this is, Malinowski is more aligned with those Mikey Sherrill, affluent, well-educated, moderate, change for 11 liberals, and in Morris County and in parts of liberal Essex as well.
Early voting has already started. The election is next week, Thursday of all days. Who's better equipped to take advantage of the new voting systems, the early voting, the vote by mail? Brent?
On the Democratic side?
Yeah.
That's a great question. I mean,
Matt made a courageous prediction on the Republican side this week. So
basically, for what I've been hearing from insiders, that Malinowski looks like the front runner, and I've heard internals show he's in front, and then that it shows Way, Mejia, and then Gill are behind him in internals, but I don't know how. I have not seen the internals myself, but it does seem to be that it's a four-way race and that any one of those could win it. Malinowski has the name recognition, but so does Gill. He's been an Essex County commissioner for some time. He's from Montclair. This will be a fascinating race. It'll also be a nice precursor to the congressional midterms to see kind of what voters are still thinking. And then we get to do this all over again in a few months after that, because there'll be a race for the full term. So there's nonstop elections this year. Just you have to pay attention.